I'm here to explain how to export your Godot game to macOS correctly. So why I am doing this video? I am a macOS user and I have noticed that some games that I download and that are made from with Godot have issue and I can't run them. I can show you an example. Here's a game Catfish. I downloaded it from itch. And when I run it, it will say Catfish not open. Apple could not verify Catfish is free of malware that may harm your Mac. And notice that there are only two options here, done and move to trash. You can't tell the operating system, I'm okay with this game, I trust it. No, you can only move to trash or nothing. Okay, there is an option to overcome this. Okay, maybe before this, let's explain what's going on. So there's an operating system feature in macOS called Gatekeeper, and it prevents apps that you download from running unless they were signed and notarized. So if you download an app that is not signed and or not notarized, you can't run it. You can of course disable Gatekeeper itself, but it's not something that you're an app developer, a game developer want to recommend to your players. And it's also not a trivial thing to do. And there is no, at least not trivially, there is no fine control. You can't say I want to run only this app. This app is okay. Okay. So why developers do it? There are two options. One, they are not aware that this process of signing and notarizing is that important. And that's why I'm here in this video. I will explain what is this process. Actually, it's on this webpage in the documentation. Everything is explained, but I will try to go a little bit further and explain it in more detail so you will understand exactly what you need to do. The other option is that they rely on the app developers that are distributing their game through itch. They rely on the itch app. So if you download this same game through the itch app, it will work. I will be able to run it. Again, if you if you still want to notarize your app, stay with me, and if it's a choice and you didn't want, then it's okay. Just one little thing I want to show you that actually we can check the status of if this app can run or can't run through a command line. So I'll show you quickly. Whoa, it's too big. Okay, so I'm in this directory. I can use sp control. Oh, I'm sorry if you hear the it's very loud, the tapping of the keyboard, because I'm recording it with my phone and it's playing on the keyboard. Okay, -A for assess, just high verbosity, and let's say Catfish, and you will import it correctly, control like this, and you see that Catfish app was rejected. But if I run the other game, which was notarized by me, you can see that it was accepted. Okay, so before we continue, there are few prerequisites that you need to have. I will not explain how to get them. First, you need a Mac. You can do it only from a macOS machine, as far as I know, because you need to install Xcode command line tools. And on this page it explains how to install command line tools, and you need to license accept. I already did everything, so I will not show you on my machine, and it's not very specific to this process of exporting from Godot. Okay, other thing, you need to have you need to be part of the Apple development program, Apple developer program. So you can go to the Apple website, you need to register, and you need the cherry on the top, you need to pay them $100 a year. I guess that's why a lot of the game developers decided to go for the each path, but interestingly, not all of them like mention it on their page. They don't say don't download the macOS build and try to run it, it will not work. Do it through the each app. One developer, I put in the comments, I asked them why it's not notarized, and they said to me, you need to do it from the each app. So I guess a lot of them are aware about it. But anyway, if you do want to sign and notarize your app, maybe you're not distributing it through each, feel welcome to stay. I will now explain what you need to do. So I'm here in Godot. Let's see what happens if I try to just export the project. I go to project export, choose macOS, and you see that no export template found. If you did export to other platforms, you probably already have installed the export templates. But in my case, I didn't do it. So you can find the export templates in editor, manage export templates, and you just download and install. And it's almost 1 gigabyte, so it will take some time. I will probably cut and resume the video when it finishes. In the meantime, I can show you my Godot version just to make sure we're aligned. There are no issues related to version mismatch. So I will be back when the download is finished. So now, after it finished downloading the templates, there is one little thing we need to do, one little quick thing. We need to go to project settings. We need to go to texture and select import etc2 ASTC to enable it. And actually it says in the documentation that you need to remove all the imported data, re-import them, so it will use the correct importing method. However, just enabling it is enough for the export template to work. Otherwise, the export template, for Mac at least, will not let you perform the export. Okay, now we can go to export, project export, select macOS. Okay, let's see some of the options here. First, you can see that notarization is disabled, code signing is also disabled. I will talk about this too in the next part. This is the main issue that we need to resolve. But let's see some of the options here. First of all, distribution type. We are not sending our game to App Store. If we were to send our game to App Store, we would not need to notarize it, because notarization will happen, or the equivalent of notarization will happen on Apple servers in the process of submitting the app. The app, which is your game. I frequently confuse this too because I'm an app developer, but I hope you understand what I mean when I say it. Another few interesting options here. You can export a console wrapper. If you have debug messages, you will run like a command which will run your app, and the command is a command line. It has a command line which will print the debug messages. You have icon here that you can change. You have bundle identifier, which is not very important, but I do recommend to put something logical here, like the name of your studio, like the website address of your studio reversed, and the name of the game. All the other stuff, I don't recommend changing anything unless you need something specific. Like you need entitlements for I don't know, game center or stuff like this, but we'll not cover it in this video. We're exporting a simple app that doesn't use any of the Apple's APIs, a simple game. Okay, and you can see that code sign and notarization disabled. And we were gonna use export project. We're gonna save this zip. This zip will contain our app. You can choose to export a debug version or non-debug. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, so now it's exported. I can unzip. You will see it has some funny icon on top. This icon will be gone if I run the app. It will actually let me run the app. Oh. It will actually let me run the app because I'm the one that built it. But I can prove to you that it has issues with, and you won't be able to run it on a different machine. So if you run the command from previous, sp control -a -vv basket bubble 2. Okay, you see that code has no resources, but signature indicates they must be present. There is some issue, and again, that's how it looks when I run the verification on basket bubble that I know that I signed and notarized. Okay, so our next step is to do the signing and notarization. If you see this pop-up, just do discard local changes and reload. It sometimes happens when I'm working on the template, on the export parameters of the template. So our next step is to fill these fields, and I will explain to you in a moment. Okay, let's move to the next step. The next step is creating a signature for our application, for our game. So I don't want to get too much into how cryptography works. Just want to say that a signature is a piece of data that together with your game, it is possible to verify that this binary of the game was produced by you. Who is you? You are the owner of the Apple developer account. And not just that, but if anything changes in that binary, the signature will not match it anymore, and it will be possible to detect it. So to perform this signature, we need a certificate. But first, let's see what happens when we enable it here in the settings, Xcode code sign. Okay, it asks us for two fields, Apple Team ID and identity. Identity is the name of the certificate we will be signing with, and Apple Team ID I will show you in a moment how to find it. By the way, there's a tip. All these fields here, you can hover and you can see some tooltip, and usually they're very helpful. I don't know how to actually click the link, locate your team ID, but I will show you now how to do it. Okay, so you need to open the browser and go to developer.apple.com account. And this is your developer account, and there are many services here, many things you can do. Let's at the moment it doesn't really matter which of these options we choose, we just need to get into the service, but let's select certificates, we'll need it anyway. Okay, so now when you are here, you can see on the top right your team ID, and you can copy it. Okay, now identity. We need to create a new certificate. I already have it, but I will show you the process. Just not finish it. Okay, so here on this page, developer.com account resources certificates. You click on plus. You scroll to the bottom to developer ID application. This certificate is used to code sign your app for distribution outside of the Mac App Store Connect. As I already explained, the process for distributing through the App Store is a little bit different. So remember that here we want just to have a binary to send it to someone, either directly or through a download on a web page, not through App Store. Okay, we click continue. Select a developer ID certificate intermediary. Again, without getting too much details about how certificates works, stuff like this, I can say that what we need to do here is to create a certificate sign-in request, as it says here, and you do it on your Mac. Then you upload this file here, and then you can download the certificate, and put it in your keychain. So how do we create a certificate sign-in request? We go to keychain. Okay, we'll open the keychain with all the stuff, and here you have file. No, sorry, keychain access, certificate assistant. Here somewhere we should have request a certificate from a certificate authority. Here you need to put your email address. Common name, let's say test. You need to select save to disk because we're not emailing, we will upload in it. Continue. I want to save it in projects. Okay. Show in Finder. Okay, that's how it looks. Then you know if it will work. Yeah, it works. You can drag it directly. Then you click continue. Oh, I hope it will not create really created the certificate, which I didn't want to happen, but it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make for this video. Okay, now we can download it and double click it. It's not opening it. Probably need to close this. Okay. Okay. It should have installed it. I think it happened. Anyway, when you double click it, and it opens the keychain again, and it just inserts it into the keychain. Let's see. If it's here, I have no. It's a developer ID. Yeah, I have two certificates here now, not one. I can go back, and you can see I have two. So where is the common name that we need to tell Godot about? You can see that on the website we don't have a common name. So what we should do in the keychain access, we need to right click, get info, and here we have common name, and we can just copy paste it. Actually something that I will try first time with the video is that I have two certificates with the same common name. I don't know what will happen, but we will see. Okay, so the next part is notarization. As you can see, the last step for us to do is to notarize the game. So the template creators, they expect us to go here in notarization disabled, to select Xcode notary tool. Then we need to put our Apple ID. For example, mine is this. And to put a password, which is not your main Apple ID password, but a special password that you can create, I will show you in a moment, which allows less things to do. So let's say you put some password and then you can export. Now, I think this method is not great. Even though this is a, let's say, quote, weaker password, which allows less actions to be performed, you still don't want this password to fall in the hands of other people. And if you keep it like this, unfortunately, it's very easy to forget and to leave it here. Even if you do like disable notarization, then you like enable it again, the password is still saved. It's in the project, I believe. And if you close and you do export again, the password is still here. So I do not recommend this method. I think it's good enough to export like this and then perform the notarization step after this. It's just one command line that you need to run. It's not a big deal. In my opinion, it's better. So, okay, so let me show you how to create this special password. You need to go to account apple.com. It's not related to developer account or something like this, just account.apple.com. You signed in, of course. You go down for Apple specific passwords, app specific passwords. You can see that I already created one, but I will create another one. Notary 22. Create. Okay, I need to sign in again. Okay, and now they created this app specific password. You can see it now because I will delete it anyway. But this password is shown to you one time. You need to remember it, copy it, and when you click done, you will not be able to see it again. Okay, so let's go back to Godot. Now we choose export project. We already have one, but can we delete it from here? Yeah, let's delete it. Export with debug, no. Now it's exporting. Completed, consistency, editor log for details. Interesting. Oh, I apologize. It says I created two, if you remember the identity, I created two identities with the same name. So I will need to remove one of them. Developer. Okay, so it's either this one or this one. Check quickly which one I created first. I want to keep it. Okay, so the first one was created first, right? This one is from 3 February. I will delete it. Okay, now I'll export again. Okay. Okay. Now we have our app, which is signed but not notarized, and we can see how it looks, how the gatekeeper see it. So we can run the command from previous sp control basket bubble 3. Sorry, I forgot all the arguments. Assess high velocity, and you can see that the gatekeeper rejected it, but you can see the message is now different. So now we need to use a notary tool to perform the notarization. You can see the syntax is notary tool submit your file, then you need to provide your Apple ID, your password, and your team ID. However, there is a better option. You can use a profile name. First, you put the password in your keychain. I will show you in a moment how. And then you just can use -p and it will fill all the other stuff, Apple ID and team ID. And it's part of the notary tool. Actually, you need to use this command, notary tool store credentials, profile name, then Apple ID, then the password we saw previously, then team ID. Okay, I already have a profile stored, so I will not run this command. I will just use my profile, and I will run the submit command. Okay, so xc run notary tool submit. Bubble shalom 3. Okay, and teach keychain profile notary tool. So I have a syntax error here. It's okay. Oh, actually, it expects us to send the whole zip file, not the app. Again, I forgot about it. Okay, so now it is submitting, and you can see this ID, which can be used later to track the process of notarization. the notarization after the upload is finished. Notarization is very fast, but still we can track the progress with this identifier. Okay, so let's wait. Now let's check it. Instead of using the submit command, we can use the log command and give it this identifier. Okay, I see issues null. Did it finish? Oh, ready for distribution. Okay, so let's see if Gatekeeper actually recognizes our app as notarized. So again, here. Okay, you see, accepted. So that's what was our goal, and we reached it. And now we can also use stepler. So before sending it to someone else, before putting it on your website, distributing it, you can also use staple. Okay, you can staple the notarization to the binary itself. Basket bubble, I mean to the app, not to the binary. Okay, the staple and validate action worked. So now if you send this to anyone, even if the internet connection is not working, Gatekeeper will allow this app to run. Okay, that's it. I hope you learned something. I hope it helped you. I have high hopes that it will lead to more games for macOS. As a macOS user, of course, that's my interest. And